here, and we've just left home. We're heading out for our big trail run day. So I'm very nervous for today. We are heading off to the pyramid, and yeah, our goal today is to accumulate 60 kilometers on the feet with about 4,500 meters of elevation gain. So yeah, pretty massive day. We'll see how we go, if we get it all done on the pyramid or not. It'll just be dependent on whether we've had a bunch of rain lately, so the pyramid's not a great place to be when it's raining and wet and sloppy. It can be quite dangerous, but yeah, we'll go and see what we can get done on there, and then if the session happens to take me into the night, which it probably will, knowing how slow I am on the pyramid, we might call it at like 6 p.m. and come back to gym and finish it at gym, but we'll just see how we go today. The pyramid is quite a gnarly trail. On a good day, on fresh legs, the pyramid would usually take me about 2 hours up and back, and we have 4.5 efforts of the pyramid plus about 33 kilometers of flat running in between those efforts. So yeah, we'll just see how the day plays out. I feel like I'm literally going to do an ultra marathon. Like, the amount of gear I've had to pack, just also because the pyramid is so far out of town, there's nothing around it like water or anything like that. I've just had to make sure that, you know, essentially I'm anticipating this session to take me around 12 to 13 hours. I need to make sure that I have significant water, food, all of that sort of stuff. So, because if it's not raining today and we do stay on the pyramid for the whole day, it means it's going to be hot, because at the moment in Cairns, if it's not raining, it's bloody hot. Yeah, we'll take the day as it comes. We'll get done what we can, and what we can't get done out on the trail will be done back at the gym on some incline treadmill for some artificial vert. So regardless, we'll get the time on the legs. So the plan today, nutrition wise, is to really sort of hone in on my nutrition and try to just get that down pat and working for the whole session. So my goal is 60 grams of carbs an hour, or the way that I'm sort of working it is, you know, 90 grams of carbs over 90 minutes. So whenever in that 90 minutes, like, you know, I'll take a chew bar at, you know, the 60-minute mark, and then a gel at the 30-minute mark, and then an hour from taking the gel, I'll take another chew, and yeah, we'll sort of structure it like that. That's how I structured it in CCC, and it seemed to work well until the altitude got my tummy. But yeah, we'll put that into play. Sort of just finding my aid station fueling strategy as well, seeing what I like there. I've got some chips, I've got some Coke to have a little bit later in the session. But yeah, basically the goal of the session is to just really hone in on everything. I'm not going to be able to properly train for about 10 days after this session, just because due to some work commitments and stuff like that. I'm looking after my parents' hotel for the next 10 days starting tomorrow, so hence why we're going out today to get this big session done. We are still about 6 weeks away from Kosci. 6 weeks, I think, maybe 5 weeks. 6 weeks is Friday. But yeah, so we'll do a really big session today, and then we'll sort of have a bit of a like come down after this session, and yeah, see how we go. Put everything into practice. The structure of the session is going to go a little bit, so the way it's meant to be structured is one full lap of the pyramid, and then a 5k out, 5k back run, and then another full pyramid lap, a 5k out, 5k back run, and then another full pyramid lap, a 2k out, 2k back run, half a pyramid lap, 2k out, 2k back, and then one more full pyramid lap, and then a 1.5k out power walk, 1.5k back power walk. So we're gonna keep it as close to that structure as possible. However, I might alter the pyramid and runs around a little bit, just to make sure that I'm not on the pyramid, you know, in the dark. I'm obviously driving out there now. It's almost 5 o'clock in the morning and it is still pitch black. So if that's the case, when I get there it is still pitch black, I might just swap out the first pyramid interval and the run around. So I'll do the run, the 5k out, 5k back first, and then the pyramid interval. I would just really rather not be on the pyramid in situations when I don't have to, i.e. being dark. Yes, there is head torches and stuff like that, but the pyramid's just not something that I really feel safe on when the conditions aren't ideal. So, and then same thing, you know, tonight as it starts to get darker. Yeah, but that's sort of the structure of the session. Taking all my mandatory gear with me, so we are also wearing full mandatory gear today, which will just make it a little bit harder, but train hard and then hopefully race well. Alrighty, lap 1 commencing. It is 5:25, so I will see you guys in a couple of hours. 30-kilometer mark with 2,000 meters of elevation, and we are struggling. It is hot, it is humid, it is muggy, as you can see, but we're just going to keep going, one foot in front of the other, and get done what we can get done.
We're taking a break. It's hard. I'm on Struggle Street here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get this session done or not. It's killing me. There's a bug on my screen. I don't know why. I'm just struggling to breathe, to get any air in, and I'm so thirsty. But We'll see.